If you're watching the YouTube video, you will see Lance's beautiful gullet in honor of Thanksgiving.
This was not pre-approved, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, he even mentioned to me yesterday, and I said no. So
If you
that's how
would,
much.
if you're a longtime listener, you know Lance is not supposed to be doing that, whatever
Not
that is.
He's not supposed to change his face without discussing with either Mikey or me. And yet here we are. Like, what is this little soul patch under your lip? Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
like Lemmy meets Black Dynamite. What's going on here?
Yeah, and I know you were born in the 70s, but that doesn't mean you need that.
I thought it was the 60s.
Hmm.
Um,
Motorhead, folks, Motorhead, and yeah, I'm just felt the urge to do something different, chop it up, give myself a little color going on here, a little less of the grays in my face, and I
Actually, you know
decided,
what it is? You've changed your face in honor of today's movie. White
oh.
trash trailer stuff.
True, that is
So actually,
true.
thank you, Lance, for being on brand today.
Yes, our family killers have to be a little bit kooky, lots of facial hair ish.
Hmm.
Kooky and spooky. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like Typhoon Tino is in the Philippines heading towards Cambodia. And so if we have listeners out there, be safe.
Oh,
Like
that's
our
sad.
signs say in Texas when it rains, turn around, don't drown. I don't know if you can avoid that in your situation, but
Mm.
um, I don't know what
It's
it's
good
like
in your
living
statement
there.
that happened. Those are real things, actually, now that I think about it.
Well, it
What?
was really sad when it hit
I was in
Jamaica.
Houston for Yugo. In Texas, I was on a tour, and I think we were in Houston. Yeah, and like we couldn't get off the exits, and we didn't realize that you guys flood certain areas on
Mhm.
purpose.
Yes.
And usually they're impoverished areas that unfortunately is the places you like to flood. It
Well,
seems like in
Lance, the
Texas,
water has to go somewhere. So
yeah, the poor people get
drain
fucked
the
up.
swamp, as they say, drain the swamp. I don't know what
Yeah.
that means. I'm just saying shit.
And then what was it? Oh, your pasture guy, the
Oh,
your um
Joel Osteen
is that what his name is? Yeah, he like wouldn't let people in or something like that. Because
until he got uh called out for it so many times. He was like, fine, I guess I'll be holy.
yeah, exactly. I was like, how are you the religious person? You're not taking in people who are in need to your church. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, they didn't want to be exposed or, find any unruly photos in the back, if you know what I mean.
Adrian.
Jeez. Wow.
I mean, she's
He's like
probably telling the
like the
truth though.
priest in the fog. He's like hiding, a gold cross under the
Oh, that's what she
floorboards.
means. Yeah. They
Yeah,
can't find his treasure.
that's exactly what it is. The treasure.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay. Well, now that we've had a discussion of the weather and Lance's face, I guess we can begin if you are ready.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
This is Jenna Cannell from Terrifier, Faceless After Dark, and Renfield, and you are listening to Slashers Podcast. Slut.
Well, today is our second week of our family. What are we calling it? I keep forgetting it. Family Gory Gatherings here on Slashers Podcast. 'Tis November and we have Thanksgiving coming up. So, what better way to celebrate Thanksgiving than to celebrate films with dysfunctional families? Because we all know that while Thanksgiving can be fun because of all the food that, I mean, if you're getting food, I'm so sorry if you're not getting your snap right now.
Hmm.
However, we all know that Thanksgiving can be a little bit trying because sometimes you just have to deal with those family members who don't shut the fuck up or want to express their political ideologies that aren't, PC, I should say, or, someone gets too drunk and gets in a fight. I mean, it's It's Thanksgiving. It's a lot of fun. But my favorite Thanksgiving celebration is usually watching like all the Thanksgiving Roseanne episodes because literally that type of dysfunction is my
Speaking of
family.
problematic.
I know, right? Well, that
We,
was
you know
before
what? We
she.
can't avoid anything problematic these days. People are
No,
fucked up in every circle, apparently.
they really are. They really are. So here we are. So what better way to celebrate than to actually go through today's my favorite dysfunctional family, the Firefly. Oh my God, I can't talk. The Firefly.
Oh, here we go again.
What? Okay, you guys always make fun of me making mistakes of how I say things.
I
You
have
finally do
Stella
it,
under my
and then
desk
now all of a
pissing
sudden
me
I'm
off
the
right now.
bad guy. You guys, every time. You know what? Standing ovation. I'm sorry, folks. Go on.
Standing ovation for what?
It
That's
doesn't matter.
ableist, Lance.
Just because you're regretting what you did to your face doesn't mean you have to take it out on
Oh
me.
my god.
Yeah.
I don't think it looks that bad. I think you guys are just being very, critiquey.
Hmm.
Whatever. Looks like you ate out a Brillo pen. But
Jesus.
Anyways, which better way to celebrate dysfunctional family than to talk about the Firefly family today, which is the fictional family and Rob Zombie's I guess House of a Thousand Corpses sort of trilogy. Not a lot of people consider The Devil's Rejects to be a proper sequel, like an actual sequel to A House of a Thousand Corpses. Sherry Moon Zombie says that she considers it just some of the characters that came into this movie, but it's not necessarily a sequel.
mm,
I, you know,
They literally leave the house, technically. I guess they leave the
yeah,
house. It's not even the same house, is it?
because like it starts with them. It starts with the first one leaves off, so it is a sequel. It's very strange, but maybe it was just to kind of. We'll get into it later.
yes.
Um,
But before we begin and talk about this particular film, anything new that we would like to discuss before we get started?
oh yes, thank you for asking.
Hmm.
So there's two shows that I have been watching. The first
Hmm.
one, it's a children's program, maybe like a, remember how they used to have TVY7, maybe like around that kind of
Mm.
age. But I really enjoy it. And if you kind of are itching for that like K-pop Demon Hunter feel without the music stuff, Aid, there's a show on Netflix called Gentry Chow versus the Underworld,
Oh,
and
Hmm.
yeah, I was watching that.
it's really good.
It's fun.
And yeah, it's like, and again, just like K-pop Demon Hunters, the ghosts and the monsters and the demons in it are like really cool.
Yeah.
So it's like about a, bear with me because I was confused because it's the main song is sang by a K-pop band called Cat's Eye, but it starts in Korea and the girl is Asian, but she's of Chinese descent, and then they have to move to Texas. So it's all over the place. Um,
The grandmother's great, by the way.
yeah, Goo Goo. It's really good, and like people die in
Mm.
surprising ways for a children's show. And I can only watch like 2 episodes at most a day just because like I'm busy in my attention span, but it is really good. But Olivia watched the whole thing. She's already on her third rewatch. And I was reading,
Jeez.
I know, I was reading in my room, and the first time she finished it, she sent me a little like voice memo on the phone, and it was I just saw it and I was like, what is this? And I press play and she's crying. She's like, Daddy, I'm not gonna say who died. And she's like telling me like how they died. And she's like, and then this happened. And then like the voice memo ended, and I was like, my poor baby. And I went to the living room and I was like, what's wrong? And she's like, and then the other one's behind her, like with his face, like, I guess.
Oh my God. I love how your kids, like, you guys all live in the house, but you're all doing your own thing. Like,
Oh, yeah. Uh,
Wait,
but
and the one daughter who doesn't care is the one that's usually scared about most horror stuff,
yeah,
right?
she's the scaredy cat, but she's also like, those bitches crazy. But aside from that, this is more probably gonna be relevant to everybody. Have y'all started watching the Welcome to Derry series?
Yeah.
I
Episode
have,
2.
you're on episode 2? Okay.
It's only what's left. I mean, or the only what they put out so far is 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 so far. I'm having an issue getting into my HBO Max.
Ooh.
I know. Well, I share it with my sister-in-law, and like I had it on my aunt's TV because she really loves to watch 90 Day Fiance. And then, bless her heart, she calls me, "Now, can you give me when we'll see the thing? Can you give me the code or whatever?" Because, like, we all, every year one of us will pay for it for Christmas, and we've done this for like 6 years because it's expensive.
Yeah.
Like HBO Max per year is pretty like because we were splitting it at first, and I remember paying like $75 per household.
Damn.
So
Wait,
yeah,
what?
so it's 150 a year.
Okay. Well, are only two of you paying for it, I guess. Or
Yeah, so
is there more
so
family
we were
members?
splitting it, and then we decided, okay, you pay for it this year, you pay for it this year,
Oh,
I pay
right.
for it this year. So I think we paid for it this last year, and now I'm having trouble getting into it because now it's asking you to re-sign in and go to your email and put a code in and all this shit.
Mm.
And so
They
no,
caught on, basically. Is that what you're telling us?
well, I don't know because it works in my living room, but just not in my bedroom. So, but you know me, I have to lay in bed and watch it. But if I lay in bed, I'm gonna fall asleep.
Your bed and your living room are like 5 feet away. Just move your bed a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Also, what movie are you not falling asleep to? Because that seems to be a thing lately as well.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm old, but
well,
yeah, no. Have you? So, Mikey, have you started? Because I heard it's really good.
I saw the first episode. The second episode was released on Halloween, and
Mm.
I have mixed feelings. Overall, they're positive. And I have to remind myself that it is not just about Pennywise. It's about, what do they call it? The apparitions in general. I forget they have a word for
The
them.
Shining,
Is that what they're
because
called?
because Dick Halloran is a character in the
Dick
series,
Halloran.
and obviously we know Dick from the hotel in The Shining, and he
Yeah.
runs the Overlook Hotel. So I guess he talks about things in The Shining. I guess it's all in the book. I listened to Joe and Sally's Much Ado About Nerding that like kind of gets you set up for the series. So
Mhm.
if you guys want to check that out and listen to it, if you don't want to do your own research and just listen to people talking about it, then they had a lot of cool information about it. So give them a follow.
Yes.
But
Much Ado About Nerding. I think it was their last or their second to last
like
episode.
yeah, 2 or 3 episodes ago. So it was pretty recent, right
Yeah.
before the show started. So make sure you give
Yeah.
that a listen if you want to know all of the lore and what all of the Easter eggs, because there's a lot apparently.
Hmm.
Oddly enough, they reminded me too that it was coming up soon. Like I was like, oh yeah, that's right. It's when I saw their episode for it. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch the second episode. But with the first one, it's I don't want to say anything because there is some twists and turns involved. But only thing I'll say is like what's the term you use for like a bad guy in a story? Not a villain, but
Antagonist.
the
Yeah.
antagonist of the first episode, which comes in at the beginning. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, and
Is
then
it that little girl?
no, it's not human.
Don't get used to anyone else. Just throw that out there
Oh
real
God,
quick.
here we go, man.
That's not a
Oh.
spoiler. That's just you waiting to see what happens. Because like legit,
Anyways, so it's called deductive reasoning, Lance, but I wouldn't expect you to know that.
never.
But fuck, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so Mike Hanlon's relative, I don't because this takes place in the 50s, isn't it? And he is a way better Hanlon. I always did not like the character of Mike Hanlon, who's the librarian in the It series. He's such a pussy.
Yeah.
So his either great grandfather or whatever was not a pussy. But that's what I was gonna say. There's like a weird, even though of course there's like kids, it's revolving around kids. There's like a weird side military story. So I'm wondering how it's gonna connect.
Oh yeah. Because you saw the second episode yet, or you haven't?
No, not yet.
Oh okay. Yeah. I did. Yeah. They pretty much kind of explained it right there and then.
Well, we'll see. And maybe we'll do when we do like maybe whenever half the season's over, we'll do an episode reviewing the first half of the season.
Because it's also during the Cold War too for most people, so they know.
Don't know what it is.
They just
Is that
basically
Russia? Do you
Germany.
know the Cold War?
Yeah. I mean, it's Russia, but I mean, yeah, Russia is the Cold War, but I mean, it's still dealing with after effects of World War II and stuff like that. So yeah.
Well, how relevant? Because World War III is just about to happen and another civil war. Perfect.
Well,
Um,
I know, seriously. Well, I think because isn't Dick Halloran's family like his father is like ex-military and they go to live there, right? Or they're being stationed there. Is that what it is? Not Dick Halloran, Mike Hanlon.
okay. Yes, Mike Hanlon's the Hanlon in this story. I forgot his first name. He is military.
Okay, yeah.
The family.
So, well, speaking of the kids from it, or at least Andy Muschietti's, I was sitting on the bench waiting for my lift this weekend from Spooky Empire. I look up and all these like kids are congregating. Of course, I'm getting annoyed because they're teenagers or whatever they are. And then I look at them a little longer and I'm like, oh my God, it's all the kids from it.
That's funny.
My
They were
favorite
trying
part was she literally goes, "Oh look, they're so tiny." I go, "They're all taller than you."
they're like, but they're all skinny, and they're of course they're all Gen Z, so they're all in their like baggy pants and shit. And I'm like, oh my God,
I'm
that's
surprised you
this
didn't
one,
yell at
and
them.
that's this one, and that's I know.
She
They're
might as
lucky
well.
they didn't have a
I was
skateboard.
going to. I
See,
wonder how old, I
kids.
mean, they have to be in their 20s now though, right? I
I would
mean, they're not.
imagine. Yeah, because they made that Hell of a Summer movie, and they were definitely like early 20s, maybe 19 in that movie.
That's the Stranger
Whatever.
Things kids. Yeah.
Whatever. But one of
Whatever,
the
kid.
Stranger Kid, no, the one of the Stranger Kids thing is one of the Stranger Kids thing. One of the Stranger Things kids is
Mikey.
in it.
Is he?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Wolf,
which
Wolf,
one?
Wolf.
The one
Finn
that made the Hell of
Wolfhard.
a Summer, right?
Yeah.
Finn
Yep.
Wolfhard is, oh yeah, Finn
Okay,
Wolfhard's
so
the kid
check
with the
your facts
glasses.
before you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was
Oh,
not there. He was not there because if he was there,
probably
I
because he's the
probably would
most
go
famous
meet
one.
him. Yeah, but all the other ones, like Georgie's brother, the older one, what's his name?
Jonathan
What?
Brandis.
What? Yeah, no, Jonathan Brandis. Jonathan Brandis. Oh, you know who was there? Beverly from the 1990s miniseries. She was there.
Oh, Ginger Snaps.
Yeah, and Ginger Snaps. Yeah, she
Forgot her
was
name.
there. We met Jane Levy. Jane Levy was not very nice, I will say.
You're the second person I've heard that from. And
She
this is
just
not from the same con.
she just like wasn't having it. And I don't know, like I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because she was sat between Nicholas Holt and Method Man, and of course their freaking lines were
Oh yeah,
ridiculous.
I forgot about that.
But like I walked up and she was just looking at me and I'm like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" She's like, "I'm good." And she's just blinking at me and I'm like, "Bitch, I just paid money to take a picture with you. Like at least you could pretend." And I'm telling her, I'm like, and I'm really excited to meet her because I'm like telling her about how, excited like all the things I love her in and stuff. And I just think she's great. And it's really exciting that because I never see her at these conventions. I'm actually happy that she's here. And she's like, like just nothing. And I'm like, okay, maybe you're just tired.
We should show
Yeah.
the picture.
I would rather have dealt with her possessed from Evil Dead than actually.
How
Oh, and then the asshole taking her picture took only two photos. He's like, I took a bunch. Takes only two, and then this one of them, my eyes are closed.
Oh yeah, that's right. By the way,
So
folks, we're
whoever her
talking about
handler
Spooky
was,
Empire, by the way,
I,
that me and Aid were at.
I did say Spooky Empire though. Thank you, Lance, for repeating that, but that's
Mhm.
fine.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we did Spooky Empire this past weekend for Halloween. That was a lot of fun, but she was not like so if you're gonna go meet her, you really want to meet her, don't be because apparently this is the second time
Set your
someone said this.
expectations low.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not shocked that your fucking line sucks. Like if you're not being nice to people, like Nicholas Holt was so stinking cute. He
He's
Yeah.
so
literally
tall.
Is he
he's
tall?
so
He's really
dreamy.
tall. I'm 6 foot, folks, and he at least had 4 inches or 5 inches over me.
I'm sure he did.
Ugh. I
Um,
know. I was looking at him. Um, but he was very expensive. And when I went back on Sunday, he's 6'3", by the way. When I went back on Sunday, I could have gotten in line for him, but I was like, you know what? Because I would like to have an autograph of him too. Because
mhm.
just to take a picture is 100, and then to get a
Yeah.
picture and autograph is 200. So they weren't doing any kind of deal or anything.
Yeah.
And so, which, whatever. But I mean, honestly, I think it was worth it for him because he literally stopped and talked to everybody and had conversations with people. And he looked like he was having a good time
Yeah.
up through Sunday. And Jane Levy fucking left on Sunday. She wasn't even there.
Well, that's what she was being a sourpuss. Even though I have heard I heard the exact same thing from someone when she was in, I believe it was Texas, the Frightmare. But I did hear
Mm.
that there was a small part of this person that thought maybe she was just an awkward person. You know how some people just don't know how to be in public with strangers. So
Yeah.
like, and it was also during like the like when COVID started being lifted. So like even taking pictures, like she took like the Avril pictures because you know Avril has lupus, so you can't stand next to her. But she took the picture where you're like 3 feet apart, just like smiling next to each other. But regardless, Nicholas Holt, I would meet him. Jenna always, she kind of knows him. She's always said really good things about him. I mean, obviously they worked together in Renfield, but I think they worked together another time before. But yeah, he seems like a sweetheart and a cutie patootie. And
No,
Method
he's so
Man,
cute.
wasn't he just? Oh no, that was Red Man.
No,
I was
Method Man
thinking,
was there. This one, at least, I
no,
noticed.
I was thinking because I was like he was just in Seed of Chucky, but then that was Red Man because Jennifer Tilly goes, "Oh, Mr. Redman."
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was Method Man. Method
No,
Man
because
wasn't
she
in
says
Seed of
Redman,
Chucky.
doesn't she?
Redman.
Yeah. Oh, Redman.
Oh my God. Am I getting them mixed up? I'm
That's
sorry.
fine.
Anyways,
He's
good
like
thing I
yeah,
didn't go.
with a wand.
Well, because we were
Like,
gonna go meet him, but he already had like a super long line on Sunday.
Well, he's also
So
like a musical artist, isn't he?
yeah, he's Wu-Tang,
yeah,
isn't he?
Wu-Tang.
Oh, he's
Oh,
hot.
yes, it is
Yeah,
Redman,
that is
and
not the guy who was in.
Redman
Uh,
is in Seed of Chucky.
Yeah, he started working out and everything like that, and so a lot of people are getting to know him from that because he, like, I guess he films himself doing that. But I mean, he's most famous for being in Wu Tang Clan.
yeah.
And it was funny because he had his handler, whoever was with him, we had the wand and like had to like was scanning people up and down before they would let him. But he was having the best time. He was talking to everybody, like he was having a good time. David Howard Thorne was there. Um,
Maybe that's why they put her in the middle to show her how people should be with their fans.
Yeah.
and she could just be awkward. Like I don't want to talk shit about somebody, but and she wasn't expensive. It was $40 to take a picture with her, but don't expect a good one because apparently the guy she works with doesn't give a fuck about that. Um,
She didn't
but
seem bad to me personally, but I can see what you're talking about. She just seemed like maybe cons aren't really her thing. Maybe somebody convinced her to do it, and she was like, "Yeah, I guess I'll do it." You know,
I mean, maybe, obviously she's not charging Nicholas Holt prices, so who knows? But I met Ashley Lawrence, who was my favorite person that day, and she was just amazing.
Mhm.
I talked to her for about 20 minutes. I was gushing all. First of all, that woman does not age. And if you don't know who Ashley Lawrence is, she is Kirsty from the Hellraiser series. And she has not aged a freaking day. It looks amazing. And in fact, our picture together, oh my God, she kept saying, I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's take another one. Like, so she was like so happy to take like all these pictures. And we were discussing like all of her interviews. Like she just did a really good interview and they put it on YouTube. And she wrote something down for me and I put it in my purse. And I'm like, I'm never getting rid of this post-it.
Yeah.
And she was just the best. Well, Lance, what did you think of her? Did you like her?
no, she's awesome. I mean, like honestly, she was probably like the most. I don't want to say bubbly because that makes it sound like she's not like there. You know what I mean? But she's very like vibes and just in her emotion. You know, like I don't. It's hard to explain. Like she was just really excited to be there and be embracing who you were and talking to you why you were talking to her. Well, like you mean
Hmm.
you're like, oh, I feel great that I just paid you money because you're obviously very here with me talking about things and enjoying stuff and just you know
Yeah.
vibing with you, you know. So and then you could tell because A was like just like on cloud nine, and then you see her just kind of like matching A's like level of excitement. So you're like, oh, this is awesome. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you've been
She seems
watching.
very sweet.
Yeah.
Almost like Felissa. Feliss is very sweet and always happy to be there too.
Oh, Phyllis is great. Yeah. So, you just like, and we're only telling you this not to brag about our experience with everybody, but if you weren't going to go meet people and you're excited about somebody, you know, definitely go meet Ashley Lawrence. Billy Worth was great. He talked to us forever. He turns us on to some music he's doing.
Oh yeah, he's promoting. Do you remember the band? You wrote it down. You put it on your.
Yeah, I have it on my Spotify. I'll have to take a look. And we'll tell you at the end of the episode. At the end of the episode, but he does music with him, right? So and he's like, just rock and roll, it's like Courtney Gaines. They're like, because Lance always has to ask people what kind of music it is,
What style
and
it was?
you ask Courtney Gaines, and they're just like rock and roll. Like you're asking these men are older than you, Lance.
Called Yacht
So
Rock, Lance.
They don't fucking know the difference between all the punk music that
They
you
know what
just
metal is. They know
spew.
what like fucking like lounge music is, right? So it's a different. I mean,
You
the
don't
man
know
can
what
throw a
parrot
style
core
again.
is, Lance.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just because he's like he has a lot of hair. Actually, he said hi to me at breakfast the next day
Oh,
on
he's
Sunday.
super
God, blow
sweet.
him already. Jeez.
Oh,
Anyways,
he still looks
Don't get
great.
jealous.
You could tell he dyes his hair though, because his roots were showing a little bit, but like he still looks great. And I was just like, of course, he's like, we can do one selfie together and then I'll take a picture of both of you. I'm like, Lance, do not fuck up my picture. So
Okay, first of
he-
all, they offer. They don't. I'm like as far over as I possibly can be, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, you want to get in?" I'm like,
I hate it when they say that. I'm like, no, he's not getting it. I have
no,
been
he
in love
doesn't.
with I've been in love with him since I was a little girl. Like literally, Lost Boys is the first horror movie I ever saw, and I was obsessed with him. Like literally, like fourth grade, I can remember. And Lance is just like moving on in,
"Hey, you're
moving
lucky
on
you didn't say
in.
death by stereo."
Yeah, please. I'm like, please don't say that to him. Like he has to say it to me.
Legitimately, I was just sitting there going like this. I want to say it so bad.
Oh my God. Thank you for not embarrassing me. I appreciate it.
Finally.
Although, Dan did get to go pee next to him in the bathroom, so there's that.
Oh,
It
I've done that
reminded me of
before.
Mikey and Peter
I was
Fasinelli.
gonna say that reminds me of when I went to the bathroom with Amanda.
That's funny.
I'm dead. Okay. Anyway, so back to anything else we want to touch on before we move on.
Nope.
You know what? I didn't. I know I didn't talk on the normal thing, but I did go. I did watch Bone Lake, so that was pretty cool. A movie. It wasn't as exactly what I thought it was. There's a little couple tropes, but I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. So if you get a chance to check it out, it's interesting.
How sexual
Okay.
is it?
It's a lot. It's like it's weird
Do you see
because
dicks?
no, you don't. Yeah, like they kind of made it seem like it was gonna be a certain way, like it was gonna be like a brothely kind of like thing, and it kind of is in the idea of it, but it falls short. Like they did a really good job in the trailers to make you think a certain thing, and
So you
you
should have been like, there was no bones in this lake, if you know what I mean.
I mean, some boning
Ooh.
did happen, but it's more of a mind game type of movie, and like in that kind of sort of way. Like it's basically more of a mind game.
Like
There's
a
some good,
psychological horror.
yeah. So like, but yeah, some of the practical stuff was really good, but other than that, it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Kind of sucked actually.
Man.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for mentioning a movie that you didn't like. Okay. So with that, let's get into the film of the night. So if you guys want to hear more about Spooky Empire, we'll probably touch on a random episode at the end of the month because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time talking about it, but we did have a great time. So if you guys are in town at the next one, if you're in Orlando, I think the next one's in June. And then the one after, they always have another one after that in October. And then Scared Ice is coming up in February. So hopefully we get Mikey to come with us to that one because Lucas Gage will be present.
Oh, Daddy,
So we need to go stand in line for
Daddy
him.
Gage.
Oh, we should dress as what is it? The Page Boys. What was the thing that you made me watch?
Me?
Jesus Christ. She's talking about the TV show / the book, the Dead Boy Detectives. Is
Oh,
what she's
yeah.
trying to say.
Let's dress as the Dead Boy Detectives and go meet him, and then he can be our Cat King.
I will be
Right.
dressed as a slut.
You should dress up as the one detective kid that the cat king
That he
likes.
likes. Can I
Yeah.
take a picture where you're all over me, like in the movie or the show?
There you go.
Yes.
Anyway,
Anyways, enough of the gay shit, Lance.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm the one.
because we are talking about 2005's Rob Zombie's fateful sequel to a House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects Today, everyone. And so the thing is like I was thinking about like I want to do a movie with family that's not as I really wanted to do We Are What We Are,
Mhm.
but I feel like we've been doing too many movies with what's her face with the sickly hair.
Oh, is she in that one too? Yeah, give her a
Yeah.
break.
She's the daughter. So I'm like, we're done with her for now. I mean, I
Mm.
do like her. Not that I don't like her. I just don't like her hair. But
Yeah, we're
it's
not gonna
also
we're not gonna co-sign her bad choices like Lance.
no,
Whoa!
exactly. Put her and Lance side by side in a photo. So
Where the it
what
comes.
And also too, I didn't want to hear Lance be like, "It's not a horror movie."
Oh, here we go.
So
Oh,
yeah, here we are. I mean, The Devil's Rejects inherently is a horror film. It is the second installment after House of a Thousand Corpses. So House of a Thousand Corpses is Rob Zombie's first feature film that he did, and these are independent films. We all know that he enjoys doing his independent films after he had to deal with the fucking Weinstein bullshit and all of the Halloween movies that he did. Well, all two of them, I should say. So his, like thing is to do movies on his own, which I get because I feel like once you get the studios involved, you get something that's not as gritty as I think he would like to have it. Especially considering if this movie I think was edited like 15 times down, 15 times or whatever to get it to an R rating. Particularly the motel scene. So if you guys have never seen The Devil's Rejects and you do watch that, please don't think I'm a psychopath. But I'm not gonna lie.
Go on.
When I met Bill Moseley,
Oh God.
who plays Otis Driftwood in the House of a Thousand Corpses series. He is Baby's brother, but not. I actually read years ago. I looked it up, and I should have looked it up again. The family tree of this Firefly family, because Otis is like they found him. Like he's not really their kid. They like found him and raised him with the rest of the kids, but he's like a psychopath. And he's not, that's why he and Sid Haig don't really get along, or
Mhm.
Captain Spaulding, because it's not his biological son. So that's why they get into it a lot if you've seen the film. And hopefully the two of you watched it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. So, but yeah, so Otis is like the baby on the street corner that they found, according to whatever it is that I read, like probably around the time this movie came out, which was 20 years ago. Whatever.
Almost, not yet.
Not yet. So it came out in 2005.
Oh, I thought you said six. Never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it came out in 2005. So let me pull my notes out for all of you. So there's a lot of fun little facts with this one. Tagline is this summer go to hell. And I did not initially know when I saw this movie that it was a sequel to A House of a Thousand Corpses. And I had seen House of a Thousand Corpses with this guy I was dating in high school. Hey, Wes. Um,
Wes.
Yeah.
well, he was using me to make his other girlfriend jealous, and so I still
Mm.
hate him for that.
Oh.
But anyways, he brings this movie and The Last House on the Leftover to watch, to be like romantic. And I'm like, first of all, I got through the beginning of The Last House on the Left after they gutted the girl and they're pulling her intestines out. And I'm like, can we stop, please? And then we watched A House of Thousand Corpses, and I'm like, I wasn't sure how I felt about that one. And then I saw this movie, and I was like, well, now I have to revisit House of Thousand Corpses because I'm like, what about it did I not like? And I think that what people get mixed up about these films is that the protagonists are the evil family. They're not, they're victims. Like you expect the victims to fight back and win, and they don't, as they rightfully shouldn't, because they're not the main characters, right? So they're not the protagonists. The protagonists are the Firefly family. So once you like embrace that and you get excited for what they're doing, like A House of Thousand Corpses is so much better movie because of that, right? I don't know. What do you think?
That's actually its detriment to me.
Uh,
Because I am team House Thousand Corpses. I waited years. I don't know if y'all remember that stupid Keanu Reeves horror movie called The Watcher, where he plays a serial killer. And that was the first time I saw the trailer for House of Thousand Corpses, and I was so excited because I was a big Rob Zombie fan. And it took like 2 years for it to finally come out. And then it comes out, and I take my mom and my little sister to go watch it, and it was just super fucked up and super like one of those. It's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre mixed with like demons, and like I just loved. It was so weird and evil and gory and sadistic, and even though they prevailed at the end and none of the victims lived, I just thought it was like super powerful. And then I was super excited for the sequel, but the sequel drops all the paranormal stuff and doesn't even mention it. And then, I think Baby's annoying. Um, s- uh, what's his name? Otis is strangely attractive, but they are
yeah.
just repulsive people.
Of
Um,
course you too.
Which
he
is what I
is
told Bill
Lance.
Moseley. I was
Yes.
like, I want this because I got him shirtless as Otis. So I'm like,
That's so funny.
hi.
But it's, because they are, I think it's detriment because they've never redeemed themselves to me. They're repulsive, they're evil, they're bloodthirsty murderers, and there's not like we've reviewed movies, and I can't think of them off the top of our head, but we reviewed movies before where I feel conflicted because this person's a bad person, but then something happens and like you switch and you're like, oh, I actually feel kind of bad for them. That never happened with me here. I'm like, kill that annoying bitch. Bad enough I don't like Sherry Moon in real life. I don't like her as a whiny baby.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
I
Yeah.
did love the mom, even though it wasn't Karen Black. I liked her a lot. Her and Sid Haig are probably, and even Otis are all. I think Sherry Moon Zombie fucked it up because I'm not sympathetic towards her, but she's the main focus of the family a lot of the time.
Shocking.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, it's hard for me because I think, everybody wants to talk about Sherry Moon not being able to act or whatever. And I don't think that she is an actress. She doesn't do anything besides Rob Zombie's movies, right? So she's not like
She
out
did the
there to
Toolbox
be.
Murder.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's done one or two, I think, outside
She
of
has? Oh,
Yeah,
because
she
I
was.
was reading somewhere that she hadn't, but maybe it was an old article. I don't know.
Yeah. But I also
But
just
any,
her character, the whole whiny baby thing, but she's like an adult and like fucked up Shania Twain. Like it's I don't
fucked
know.
up Judge Wait. I just had to cut that now.
yeah, I mean, I get it. I get like, because sometimes like I realize like I feel like there's she's annoying, but I think that that's supposed to be that way because she is the baby in the family, right? And she is the epitome of the spoiled fucking brat in the family, and she gets whatever she wants, and she just whines about it, right? Because you see that in the whole scene in this film, right? Like they want to stop for ice cream, and Otis is like, "Fuck you," and they end up getting the ice cream, and they're like, "Tutti fucking fruity," which I love. So there's like, and plus she is probably, and I'm not, I'm playing devil's advocate because she does annoy the fuck out of me sometimes too. But I actually really like her in Lords of Salem
I
because
did
she's
too.
not very annoying in that. Like she's actually a good actress in my opinion. She can play other things, but I think that whatever he wanted her to be as baby, I think it might be like a thing that he
His
enjoys.
kink.
Like, yeah, his
And I
kink.
should I should clarify and issue a public apology to Sherry Moonstone because I actually don't hate her. I'm not annoyed by her. It's this character, but this character is how I knew her, like how I was introduced to her, because she was the same character in House Spells and Corpses. Hated her there. She's I think it's just so flamboyant and so annoying and so like
Her,
repulsive and like I don't even like when kids do the cutesy stuff. Like,
yeah.
if you meet Olivia, she talks like what's that nerd dog cartoon? Philberg or whatever his name is. Um Little Einstein. I don't know. She talks like that because I was always like, don't talk like a baby. Um, but
She's like,
We're learning so much about Mikey's parenting.
yeah,
I
I know.
know. But in even in Halloween when she plays the mom, she was good. She was good in Lords of Salem. She's good in 31. Is that the one where she's running
Yeah.
around the carnival thing?
Yeah.
She's
Mhm.
fine when she's playing a normal person. But yeah, this character and because and what's even worse is these 25-year-old horror fans dress up as her and try to do it and I'm like like you can't do
Yeah.
it the way she did because I hate her. I hate her character, but I know it's an act, but like ugh, it's just annoying.
Well, and a lot of people I know agree with you, right? But I mean, she's funny in the first one. I love it when she goes to the liquor store and she's calling the guy Goober or something. And she's got, like there are funny parts to it. And that's the thing. It's like, House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects, the tone shifts so much. And they're obviously, and I know most of us know about the deleted scene with Rosario Dawson as the nurse and Dr. Evil is in the hospital because after they raided the house, they took Dr. Evil from I
Dr.
guess,
Satan.
Dr. Evil.
I was like, wrong movie.
Dr. Satan, I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
was like,
Well, you didn't correct me, Lance,
I'm getting
because
always blamed that I talk over you, so I just
because
have
you
to
didn't
listen.
know.
I
You
did
Now,
were
like
just gonna
now,
go.
pass the yams and go on.
Anyway, so with Dr. Satan, and that's actually a very good scene. And Rosario Dawson gets her throat cut, and it's really gory and intense. Like it's not as cartoonish, I guess, as the first one. When we see Dr. Satan, it's very in your face, and like the music and the colors and everything. Like this was a little bit more, more along the tone of the Devil's Rejects. But I get why it was cut because we were going from like Mikey was saying, the paranormal, like batshit crazy part of corpses to, the more horrific, the more sadistic, the more, I mean, it was just
Like
gritty,
grounded in
raunchy.
reality, really.
Yeah, it's more like, obviously, not, I don't want to say it's more relatable, but
Realistic.
it's more realistic, right? And
Well, I mean,
this,
it's more gritty. I mean, this whole movie is grittier than House of a Thousand Corpses. Like,
and yeah,
it's pure drama for House of the Thousand Corpses. You have a operatic Dr. Satan in his dungeon. You have these guys that are making kind of like a love song to horror movies and Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of homages here and there. And then this one is kind of like Cowboys Gone West, gritty, the grit kind of like Clint Eastwood movie, but with killers on the run, kind of deal.
yeah, like he wanted it to be like a Western. He asked William Forsythe, who was actually at Spooky Empire, he wanted him to be like a Robert Shaw in this film, which yeah, obviously you can see that. And I think when I was doing my research, Rob Zombie always had like a second film in mind. And because House of a Thousand Corpses made all its money back, Lionsgate wanted him to do a second one. So, I mean, I get why both of them were created, right? And I think that at this point, Rob Zombie probably learned from all his mistakes that he made. Not mistakes, they're probably, just things that he didn't really know what he was doing. And the first time around, the second time around, he was able to perfect. And it did greatly, which, I understand why everybody wanted the third one, which is Three from Hell. However, Three from Hell, I feel like is the one that is separate from this one, right? Like it's separate from both of them. Like, yes, we have two of the same characters. Sid Haig passes away, so we don't really get him in the third one. And then, of course, we got to bring in the gamut of like all of the other actors that Rob Zombie continuously uses in his films or continually uses. Richard Brake, obviously. And Richard Brake is great in this movie. And I love that he's in Three from Hell. But there you cannot recapture the magic that was the Devil's Rejects because it is a horrific and disgusting. I mean, it's specifically the hotel scene. Specifically, the hotel scene, because that was fucked up. And I remember, I'll never forget, like I was working at Duffy's at the time, I was like 16. And one of my coworkers was talking about, it. I was like, man, I just saw this movie. It's so fucked up. He just made, like, they kidnapped this family. And then he made the wife get down on the floor and suck his dick in front of her husband and da 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 da. And he was talking about Devil's Rejects. So, spoiler alert. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, I think this is probably, as far as mainstream movie goes, probably the most like intense in that regards, like with assault and like, you know, without getting flagged by the algorithm, just things that aren't good, that
Mhm.
revolve around the word assault. Because, there's definitely worse out there, but they're usually like something that's not going to be released in theater.
Yeah.
Because even, as we always know, Terrifier 2 and 3, and they made a big old stink, but they don't get really into like the uh violation territory. They just kill people. Uh,
True.
and so this whole movie is like a assault and violation on your eyes. Like, reading the comments and the reviews of this movie, a lot of people are admitting this is a difficult movie to watch, which usually, when a critic is like, the hardest movie to watch of 2025, people are going to be like, that's not the case at all. But a lot of people do agree this is a very difficult movie to watch. And I haven't seen it again since I saw it the first time in theaters in 2005. And I had no desire to watch it again because it is so like, oof. I don't know who likes these movies. I don't know what kind of person would want to dig this movie out of the trenches and watch it again. I'm just kidding. But I saw it again today for the podcast. And I was like, I'm glad I did because it is a high quality of a film. It does have its place. There's a lot of things to appreciate about it. I do like we talk about it being gritty, but there is a literal grittiness to it. Even though House of a Thousand Corpses was highly modeled after Texas Chainsaw. I feel this movie actually has a Texas Chainsaw feel, where House of a Thousand
Hmm.
Corpses just kind of borrowed a little bit of the elements. This actually has the same feel, that dirty Texas Southern family that's all psycho or whatever. Um,
Hmm.
but oh, and I also didn't realize, because when I watched it in 2005, I was like, what? If it was 2005, I was 17-ish. I didn't know these
Hmm.
people. I didn't realize PJ Souls was in it. And there's a lot of like cameos. You're like, oh, this person, this, because Rob Zombie likes to use like horror royalty. And
Yeah.
so,
Hmm.
PJ Souls plays the mom.
Yeah. Punch just like,
uh,
what's that about clown business?
yeah. And there's just a lot of like really good dialogue also. I don't know. Did Rob Zombie write it also? I think he did, right?
Yes, yes, he wrote
There's a
it.
lot of really good dialogue, which in the PJ Souls scene,
Scene.
they say, uh, he attacks her and then he gets in the car with the son. He's like, when I come back, if you don't have a good reason for hating clowns, I'm gonna kill you and your whole fucking family. It's like, Jesus. And so, but then of course, like the turning point in the film to me where it's kind of like, oh, this isn't funny anymore. We're actually getting into serious business because it's before most of the deaths happen, is when Otis says, which I know there's a point of trivia to it, where Otis says, I am the devil and I'm here to do the devil's work.
Hmm.
Um, that's cool. That is ooky spooky, grounded in reality, like that could happen, and that's terrifying.
Hmm. And he's talking to the actor is Lou Temple on the floor, the husband whose face
Yeah.
isn't. And we actually interviewed Lou Temple on the podcast years ago. Everyone's if you want to like roll back in the day. I think it was around 2021 or 22. You can Lou Temple is great, by the way. He's very, very nice. And he's in a lot of Rob Zombie films. He's in 31 and in Halloween. Um, but it's just interesting to see that, right? Because, he is making it that's an homage to what one of the Manson family members was quoted saying during the tape murders and all of that. So it's just all of that just feels very Rob Zombie because I guess, he grew up with that, right? He grew up probably as a kid watching, he would have been a teenager watching this shit on the news and like being exposed to this. And another reason why all of this music is very like this was set in the 70s. And I always feel like a lot of the things that Rob Zombie does, like it always has like this very 70s feel, even if it's not in the 70s. Like Halloween felt the same way.
Yeah.
Lords of Salem feels the same way. It's very like hippie, like kind of like psychedelic type
Like a
thing. Like,
nightmarish Dukes of Hazzard.
exactly. And I like that. I do like that. I know a lot of people hate him, Rob Zombie, and a lot of people, are up their own ass about, his films. And some of them are great, some of them are stinkers. Like I don't like El Super Beasto, but I'm sure
Uh,
Lance likes it
we
because
don't
it's a
like
cartoon.
cartoons.
I, I'm not a cartoon person.
Mm.
But and Halloween too, I do like it now, but at the time I hated it just because I was pissed. Like I was pissed at the direction that it went and I didn't like the whole white horse bullshit. So, it's just and I haven't seen the Munsters. I have not seen the Munsters, even though I met the great Jeff Daniel Phillips. I have not seen the Munsters yet, but I was never a big fan of them when I was a
It's a
kid
I've
anyways.
heard great
Rob
things about
Zombie
it.
video.
What,
Huh?
Lance?
It's just a long Rob Zombie video with the monsters in it. Like basically is
Well,
how I
that sounds
feel.
like fake news. Everyone I know from Jake, our previous host, to Adam, they all love, and I think Doug even liked the Munsters. So I think people have, there's a built-in hatred for Rob Zombie because of his movies.
Yeah.
I enjoy his movies, even though I don't want to watch this one again. Like I said, I think it's good in regards to just like film in general. Um, and also, you have those purists for Munsters. I'm like, please, just have fun with it. But
Yeah.
I have a funny little side piece of information when you mentioned Halloween 2. Have you seen those things on Instagram where they're like they make fun of gay people and they're like gays will be like she saved my life and it's like Sarah Michelle Gellar's haircut from Buffy season whatever. Or like she saved my life and it's Jamie Lee Curtis from Halloween or Nev Campbell whatever. There was like a collection of those because sometimes those make me laugh because they're so weird and like I know guys that like there's like gay guys that make their whole personality about like I won't say certain films because I don't know if they listen or not. But uh, so there's like a little collection. And the last one was gays. She saved my life. And then it's like in the reference movie, it's and whatever the fuck is happening here, and it's Sherry Moon with the white horse.
Oh, I've seen
That
that.
was funny.
I have seen that. Oh my
It
God.
made me laugh.
And that's the thing. That was clearly just pigeonholing her into that movie, right? To give her
Yeah,
more of a role.
we need her to have screen time.
There was no reason for that, absolutely no reason to have all of this extra bullshit. Like we don't need to know, he gave us everything we needed to know why Michael became Michael in part one. And a lot of people are mad about that too, but I didn't mind it because I like that. But with that one, like, oh, he's walking around seeing shit, like who cares? Anyways, so, but back to this one. There's a lot of good trivia with this, and I know that, everybody has their thing against Moon Zombie, but one of them, I remember I was reading back in the day that she was, upset filming this, and I thought it was because, the content that she was creating, right? Like everything having to do with it. But no, what fucked her up was the emotional scene in that when William Forsythe's character catches them and he's like stapling them with a staple gun and she's got to cry and scream and all this stuff, and I guess they
Victim
were filming.
finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a
Well,
victim finally.
I think that was important to have that scene, honestly. Like at face value, when you see that scene, like, they can't always win.
Yeah.
Like there's got to be they're not like, yes, they're smart, but obviously we learned in the beginning that they're not that smart because they do get caught. Not Tiny. Doesn't die. Well, Tiny saves them later. I know that, but I think that actor passed away, and they couldn't really finish it with him. But who's the wrestler that was the other brother? I forget. Which is the reason why the mom stays behind.
Oh,
So
Lance, you're muted.
What?
Lance, you're on mute.
Lance, we can't hear you because you're chewing, so you muted yourself, and now you start talking.
Tell him.
Anyways, one wrestler was Diamond, and then it was supposed to be Jericho, who was actually at Spooky, but they told him from your notes he was too good looking to be.
Oh, yeah, they wanted him to be Danny. Well, the note said Danny Trejo, but
Well, he's the one that took his spot.
yeah, Danny Trejo took over the spot as Rondo, but Diamond Dallas Page plays Billy Ray Snapper, which there's a lot of people in this movie, right?
There is. And there's still people that were cut out from deleted scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yes, Chris Jericho did audition for the movie and they said he was too pretty, which at the time.
I mean, he is a pretty man.
He's cute. Yeah, he was at Spooky as well. He grew his hair out. I don't know if I like it though. But the brother, remember, it doesn't matter anyways, but he was another wrestler. So Rufus, Tyler Maine. Oh, it was Tyler Maine. Why can I think? Okay, Tyler Maine plays Rufus, but he dies at the beginning.
Myers.
Yeah, which is why the mama does not leave. And I guess when I was doing my research, I thought Karen Black didn't do the movie because she passed away beforehand, but I guess she wanted more. She also wanted more money. It's like she wanted an exorbitant amount more money to play that character again, and they wouldn't do it for her, so they brought in the other actress to play her, which she does great. I think her playing that role for part two is best because that was really difficult to watch that too.
Yeah.
When he assaults her with that knife.
Yeah. And that could be why she wanted more money because, I'm going to go through all that just for this amount.
She's like, I fucking had to play, what is it? I was
going to Aunt Ethel's Pies or something.
And run from a Zuni doll. Now you want me to do what?
Yeah.
But, and Leslie Easterbrook plays Mother Firefly in this movie. And E.G. Daily is in this movie. And she's so fucking great. Ken Foree. Oh my God. Like that whole scene where they're at the strip club and like he's going to go buy the chickens and shit. Like I just love this fucking movie, which is why I watch it all the time. Sorry, Mikey.
Y'all know who Gigi Daly is, right?
E.G. Daily. Well, she's the voice of Tommy Pickles.
Exactly. But every time I hear her talk, I'm always like, oh, Tommy Pickles grew up, turned trans. And because she's also in 31.
She's in 31. She's in a lot of other Rob Zombie movies, and she also she does a lot of voice work. So it's not just Tommy Pickles, but we grew
a lot
up
of
with
famous
Tommy.
stuff.
Yeah, but she's super cute too. So good for her. And I follow her on Instagram. She's so fun.
Didn't she die?
E.G. Daily didn't die.
Let me see.
We're always
looking at her right now.
So you never know. We could be right. We could be wrong.
64. Oh, she was Bubbles not Bubbles. She's Buttercup in Powerpuff Girls. Yeah. She's not
Okay,
dead.
well, good. I'm glad she's not. I just thought she did. So,
My goodness, Mikey, don't put that in the.
but
But yeah,
last episode we did the brood in memory of Samantha Egger. This week we're doing it in honor of Sid
Sid
Haig.
Haig. Mm-hmm.
Which
Sid Haig.
connective tissue? Because you mentioned the Sharon Tate murders, and then they said something about Samantha Egger rented out the Sharon Tate house before that happened, before Sharon Tate moved in. So it all connects.
Oh my God. Yeah. Ugh. Anyways. Um, but anyway, so it's like there's Ken Foree's in it. There's a lot of great people in this film. So even if you don't like Sharon Moon, you can enjoy it for what it is. I know Mikey was saying that what kind of person likes this movie. I love this movie.
I'm just kidding.
I know that there is a lot of assault, and like for me, that's hard to watch. But at the time when I saw this movie, I was able to sit through. For some reason, the older I get, the harder it is for me to watch certain things. Like I just won't do it anymore. Like I think I saw Martyrs back in the day, which is why I won't watch it. I'm not watching that movie again. I'll never watch it again. But like there are so many things that I could sit through back then that now I'm like, But this one, I think it gets away with all of that because it's a character study and because I think that you're just basically a voyeur in this twisted, cat and mouse movie. And they don't win.
And that you
And
think that Otis is hot, so it kind of works out.
well,
Yeah.
obviously, red flag. I'm shirtless on my wall now.
It's like I don't like assault, but what if Otis is doing it? It's all good.
Love Otis.
I'm just saying, if I was in the situation, I probably would be able to get out.
I'm like, I'm good.
No, not that.
I would be one of the strippers partying with them.
Yeah,
That's
like
what
you
I
want to
would be
do
doing.
what?
No.
That's always like an interesting subplot that they never touched on is like the normal humans that they do live with and interact with on a daily basis, like Sid Haig's girlfriend, question mark. Um,
At the
in the
beginning.
beginning when he wakes up
Yeah.
next to her and she's like, most men would want a woman like this.
She's like, Poopy, don't leave. No, Poopy.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. Because clearly he has a relation, like he has his own life, right? And you're right,
Yeah.
Mikey. I was actually thinking about that in House of a Thousand Corpses because we don't know Captain Spaulding's involved until the end, right? And
Mhm.
like, but he interacts with all the regular people. Like he's got friends, like they come in and see him. Like he's got a whole life.
Yeah.
So clearly they don't kill everybody they know.
Hmm.
They kill people passing through, which is probably the smart thing to do, right? Because no one's gonna find them. And it was the
Hmm.
70s. There were no trackers on your phone.
Yeah. Like,
Mm.
So yeah, they do interact with people. Like, I mean, they have friends. They have like it's just interesting. Like they're not like I kill it later or whatever. I just kill everybody in front of me. They pick and choose.
yeah. I feel like that would have been almost like a better ending to a trilogy is like the POV of outsiders of the Firefly family rather than whatever they did. I didn't watch it.
You mean the Thelma
Oh.
and Louise ending?
Mhm.
This is Devil's Rejects. Three from Hell is all over the place.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know what I watched. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, but is it a Firefly movie? No. Like I don't. I like to think that this was like they died and this was like somebody's dream or
They're in
something. Like
limbo.
yeah, that kind of thing.
They're
I
on
don't
hell.
Rush limbo.
like she comes up with all these tattoos out of nowhere, and I'm like, bitch, where'd you get them tattoos? Like you were riddled with bullets. How would you have like I don't know. It's
Did
just
they touch on how they survived or they just
yeah. In the beginning of the movie, it shows them taking all of them to the hospital, and they all survive, and they all go to prison. And Sid Haig, Captain Spaulding dies in prison, and they end up meeting Richard Brake is like their cousin or someone in the family, like someone they just wrote in, and then he basically takes over as the third one.
Someone gave Rob Zombie a shit ton of money and said, make it work.
Yeah.
And they did.
Well, because everybody wanted something again. I think what he should have done was like what happened between Corpses and Devil's Rejects in order for them to get caught. But everybody's so much older now. And
Yeah.
then Sid Haig is gone. So I think that kind of fucked up everything for her. I don't know. I didn't do the research
Thanks.
because we're not doing Three from Hell, and I was thinking of doing it just to make you two watch it, but I'm like, I'm not doing that to you. So
Well, I mean, you also got to forget too that like legitimately, you're only getting three people of the family. The mom's been captured in
she
this
dies in
movie.
part
You
two.
don't have
Yeah.
Tiny at all until the end. The grandfather, and then you have Dr. Satan. You know what I mean? So like, you basically take almost three different characters out of this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
because
mean,
everybody else dies. Like either they don't even say what happened. I think Grandpa dies in the house at the beginning, right?
well, they filmed some stuff with him, and I think he died, and that's why they couldn't use it, or it was something of that sort. Or maybe he did die beforehand. I'm not 100% sure, but something happened to where they couldn't use him, or he didn't want to. He didn't want to replace the character with some other actor. That was one of the main things. It was, even though he was okay doing it to the female mom actor, I
Well, because
guess.
she didn't die.
Well, right, because of the money thing, but at the same time, you know what I mean? It's like kind of like so
No, but
you
like I think what it was saying was the actor died in real life, right?
yeah.
Who, the
He did.
grandpa?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can understand maybe like wanting to preserve it and be like, no, I'd rather not. Whereas Karen Black just didn't want to do it because she wanted more money. Like that's
Yeah.
different.
Which is fine. I'm not mad at her for that.
No,
Like I
yeah,
said,
she's yeah, women's
I
rights.
think, yeah, I think the actress who did this did a good job with that because she had to be like a more grittier. She had to be like a more whatever. And I don't think Karen Black would have conveyed that, you
Yeah,
know?
because it definitely is more of like a more physical role. Because I was actually when I was watching it, I was like, could Karen Black do this? Like, I don't know if maybe Leslie, what's her name, Leslie Easterbrook.
Easterbrook,
I
yeah.
don't know if maybe she is a little bit younger than Karen Black or just a different physical state. Because I don't know if Karen Black could do all the physical stuff that she had to do in this.
Maybe that's why she
Yeah.
want to get paid more money. I mean, like you were saying earlier, maybe because of those things, she want to.
Yeah.
I know that they said that Rob Zombie and her didn't have any, like she didn't have any ill will towards him.
Yeah, it's
Even
just a
she was
business
like,
decision.
yeah, like I think she was like, okay, but at the
Yeah,
same
so
time,
she would have been in like almost 70 playing this role. So maybe that had something to do with it too.
and
Yeah.
also people forget too. You got to remember is in horror movies, in even in 2006, being in a horror movie meant you were making a step backwards in acting to the mainstream, and like the guy who plays the cop, what's his name again?
William Forsythe.
Yeah, he had been doing some other like I guess higher end movies, you know what I mean? So for him to do a horror movie and then Rob Zombie to convince him, you know what I mean? I'm sure he had to have a bigger role. He had to have a whole bunch of stuff because that would be a step back in that time frame. It's like back then you don't see main stars doing commercials like they do now or any of those
Well,
things. And there's a whole different world for actors in this time frame still.
I don't know because like I feel like there's so many great actors that can continually go back to Rob Zombie films. Like we have Dee Wallace, Meg Foster. Like I think that it has a lot to do with the fact that it is an independent film. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that like people probably enjoy working and doing movies with him, and maybe that's why. And they're getting older, so why not? Like Jeffrey Lewis is in this, and Priscilla Barnes obviously doing the scene that she did. Like how she, she was she was one of wasn't she Charlie's Angel and she used to be on Three's Company and stuff like that? Like, I mean, this was
Right.
like
She's in a situation where is she doing acting wise at that time? Was she as prolific in those time frames? No. So
yeah, but
she's in
it says a
like
lot. I think it says a lot for an actor to be like, I'm choosing to do this, not that they have to do it. Like Karen
I'm
Black
not saying
chose not to do it.
right. But I'm saying is certain things happen where you're like, okay, and then she's maybe saying, oh, this movie made some money, maybe I should be getting paid more to do this and all that stuff. But I mean, I'm just saying is some of these actors start, thinking to themselves, hey, I'm not really getting paid a lot these days. I'm not getting a lot of acting gigs because unfortunately in this time frame as well, older women don't get the same kind of love as the younger actresses that we're getting. You know what I mean? He was using really good actresses from a time frame. Any other situation they would have gotten paid lots of money. I'm just saying is because it's different now or in that time frame, the money and everything like that would make a difference.
Well, Karen Black passed away in 2013, everyone, so we'll never know.
Wow, Lance,
Anyway.
thanks.
I killed her myself. Mine's bad, folks.
Okay. But again, I think this is my favorite Rob Zombie film. Also, it's up there. This one and Lords of Salem are my two favorites. And so, if you guys are not a fan of Rob Zombie, he does have things that are a little bit less his branding, right? And so I think maybe Lords of Salem might be your thing. Who knows? Having said that, we're coming up to the end of the episode. Any last thoughts and prayers about our lovely Devil's Rejects?
Well, lovely it is not, but it is a solidly made, excellently cast, brutal, gritty nightmare of a film. And I love that even though I am camp House of Thousand Corpses, there's people that are camp Devil's Rejects. And the Devil's Rejects camp is bigger than House of Thousand Corpses, I will say that. But it's cool to have even though, and what I was trying to get at earlier is I think they may have been like, oh, well, it's not really a sequel to House of Thousand Corpses because some people like me were like, no, I want more of that. But they're like, we didn't give you more of that, so get over it. And by the way, it's not really a sequel. It's like, well, yeah, it is. You're just trying to like appease people. So, with that said, the same characters, the same story. It's like a Ryan Murphy episode, Ryan Murphy season. But it's still made well. And I think that all these actors coming together for Rob Zombie on multiple of his projects just shows that maybe he's a fun guy to work with. Maybe they're like, hey, we're going to get paid to do what we used to do. We don't really need the money. Or, maybe it's not that much money, but Rob Zombie's cool. He's he obviously loves the art. Regardless of if you like his films or not, like he's doing what he wants. He has a vision and he's going for it. So I support it. And I think you should watch it if you want to see something disturbing.
I love Rob Zombie, honestly. Like, I mean, I just, because he's a true fan of horror. You know what I mean? And he tries his idea of what he likes of doing horror movies. So, like, I think that's cool. I mean, like, you shouldn't ever hate on that. I mean, is it a true sequel? I mean, you basically just took your characters from one movie and you basically put them in a different plot in the sense that, hey, that was this movie with them. This is now this movie with them. You know what I mean? It's totally different worlds. You're getting the same kind of characters to some degree, but you don't get the whole family. You're not getting the thing because you couldn't have Tiny walk around anywhere and do any of the things. You don't have Dr. Satan doing anything. So you're not getting House of Salad Corpses 2. You're just getting
Salad Corpses.
1,000 salad corpses.
It's not that different. It's literally a continuation of House of Thousand Corpses. They just are on the run now.
They're on the lam.
This seems like a Bonnie and Clyde with the main characters from 1,000 Corpses.
Well, that's what he was going for, so I'm glad you saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
See, look at
connective tissue, scissoring tissues.
Scissoring.
Well, with that, that's a wrap on this week's episode. If you want to see our faces while we ramble and figure out what Lance's word of the week is, check out our video cast over at youtube.com/slasherspodcast. Plus, don't miss our bi-monthly deep dives into all things horror nerdy on the Comic Chop, a YouTube hot collab at Slashers Podcast, and Much Ado About Nerding. Eventually, you'll get something, everyone. Exclusive content, or if you can't just get enough of us, join us on Patreon for monthly exclusive reviews, bonus episodes, and some killer new perks. Head on over to patreon.com/slasherspod and become part of the band. Street Team, if you want to rock some Slasher swag, our merch is available on Redbubble. We're support loud and proud at slasherspod.redbubble.com. By the way, winners of our Rats fitness challenge that everyone was just so meh about this time around. Lance.
Not me. I was absolutely no.
Cheyenne, my girlfriend Cheyenne, number one at 410.53 points. Hustle points that she got. So awesome. In second place, our player one, our Joe from Much Ado About Nerding, of course, with 393.52 points. My buddy Tom at 232.66 points as third place. And he was also a slasher. And then we have Derek Evans on the Much Ado About Nerding side with 157.1 points, fourth place. And then in fifth place is our boo-boo Mikey at 123 points.
Where were you? I feel like you did more than I did.
I'm sixth. You
Oh,
fucking you. Well, Derek pushed me out first, and then you pushed me out, and then I was done.
silly woman's exercises.
I
Not
know.
worth the hustle point.
I was literally 10 points behind Mikey, everyone at sixth place. So there we go. But
More like 10 inches, bitch.
Oh shit!
I know. So, Cheyenne, you will be getting a t-shirt. So just send me your shirt size. I'll be harassing you shortly. So there's that. So if you want to join the conversation, we're hanging out on Instagram at SlashersPod for everything podcast related, or the Mutant Goons from Beyond for all things weird and wonderful. If you want to yell at us directly, like telling me shut the fuck up about Rob Zombie, you can follow me at Pathologically ADE. You can follow Mikey at Southern Fried Mikey.
Yay! Urgent update. I have changed my name on Instagram, everybody. I don't like horror anymore.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
leaving the
Hoe and a
show.
Half Shell better, but whatever.
Well, it
Southern
wasn't Hoe
Fried
and a Half
Mikey
Shell
it
anyways.
is.
It was Horror and a Half Shell.
Well, same thing. And then we have Lance at Zombie vs. Hate. If you can't figure out the Devil Box Knows Instagram, then find us on Facebook. Come chill with us and Mutant Goons from Beyond for all the chaos. And again, a big shout out to our amazing Patreon patrons. I sent all of you Halloween cards, and only a few of you got back to me and said you got them. So if you got yours, let me know so I at least know I got your address correct. Or, if you hated them, sorry. Josh Gunn, dinosaurs will always be awesome. My mom, Lorene, Kevin, Vlad, Leslie, Cam, Gail, and Press Eject. If you want to join them, head on over to patreon.com/slasherspod and become part of the horror family. As always, thank you for listening, and remember to stay spooky. Goodbye and good die.
Goodbye. Don't die.
Die.
No, what is the whole thing on your hat say, Lance? Eat shit and die.
Shit.
So while
And
everybody thinks that we're being so mean to Lance, look what he's telling us.
Exactly, with his Brillo pad face. There we go.
Brillo pad face. My God.
Brillo pads love him.
Rough interior.
Bye.
Bye.